Ahead on Q2, dumped dogs.
We're in a crisis because people don't spay and neuter.
A group of poodles left on the side of the road in Hardin, seemingly left for dead. And paying tribute.
I think this is a great opportunity as well to pay our respects to the Pope and pray for the future of the church.
More than 250,000 mourners say their goodbyes to Pope Francis in Italy, plus an 8-year-old mystery.
I don't know. It's just nothing that I have seen, but it's definitely a rock.
A Big Timber man looking for answers about a mysterious rock found in the Yellowstone River. The MTN 430 News starts right now. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Charlie Klepps. An unfortunate reoccurring scene in Hardin yesterday as a group of poodles were left abandoned on the side of the road. In total, 9 dogs were dumped north of Hardin, some of which were in cages and some of which were not. As you can see, all of the dogs had overly grown hair. The incident was responded to by Freckles and Tomcat Rescue, who managed to save 5 of the dogs. The other 4 were killed, with the rescue speculating that they were likely struck by traffic. It's just the latest incident in an ongoing crisis in Hardin. Just a few weeks ago, the remnants of puppies were found on the side of the road in the same area.
Just look at these dogs, folks, and see if you recognize them in somebody else's backyard and turn them in. These people need to be prosecuted.
The 5 dogs that were saved were taken to the vet and have received haircuts and vaccinations, now hoping to find stable homes. 2 anglers experienced a scary close call this week in Centennial Valley when they were charged by a grizzly bear while fishing on Red Rock Creek. According to the report, the bear charged through thick brush, with one of the anglers shooting the bear in self-defense. The anglers then fled the scene and were fortunately able to make it out uninjured. At this time, it is unclear if the bear was injured in the incident. Montana Fish and Wildlife say it's a good reminder to be bear aware as the weather warms up and folks begin to hit the outdoors. And it's looking like that could begin as early as this weekend. With the first look at the forecast, here's Jason Stiff.
On this Friday afternoon, as expected, a lot of clouds still over the southeastern quarter of Montana as well as most of Wyoming, but not much precipitation to show for it. A couple showers are trying to get going on the northwest side of the Bighorns, moving northward into Carbon County, Bighorn County, as well as Yellowstone County, but didn't come to much. And we're actually going to expect decreasing clouds later on tonight through tomorrow morning. We'll have a chance for showers on Saturday, but a much better chance for rain and thunderstorms after that. Your forecast coming up.
More than 250,000 mourners gathered in Italy today to say their goodbyes to Pope Francis. Take a look at these lines. Reports say some were seen walking with sleeping bags and pillows, preparing to wait hours in hopes of getting close to the front of the pack. The Pope, who died early Monday morning after weeks of dealing with health complications, has opted not to be buried at the Vatican. The funeral services is tomorrow, with world leaders expected, including U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Pope Francis was 88 at the time of his death. A popular Billings breakfast spot is officially closing its doors. Sassy Biscuit, located in downtown, announced this week that after 7 years, their service would go on no longer. Just 5 days ago, MTN spoke with the owners, who say employee turnover was the major culprit for their struggles. The owners were hoping a push for more business and potential surge in customers could save it. However, it appears those efforts weren't made in time. With the state legislative session currently in session, changes could certainly be on the way. One bill that is currently moving through the process deals with property tax, and some are questioning if the bill will actually increase the burden on Montana taxpayers. MTN's Megan Thompson speaks with a tax expert about Senate Bill 542 and explains how it may impact your bottom line.
There's been a lot of talk this year about tax relief in the Montana legislature. Well, an expert is here in Butte talking with homeowners about how a tax bill that's moving through the Montana legislature right now could impact homeowners across Montana.
I think it's going to cost you a lot of money if you don't care. I think it's that simple.
Mike Jopek is a farmer and former legislator from Whitefish who is traveling around the state to talk about how one property tax bill in particular might impact Montanans.
The state revalued your home twice. They pretty much doubled the value. So it used to be $400, now your home's $800. They kind of ratcheted it up. They gave you a little sale price. You think you got something off? Well, they're still kind of really sticking it to you.
Mike says if Senate Bill 542 passes, some homeowners may receive a one-time rebate of $400, but property values will rise even more than they did under the original tax hike that took effect almost 2 years ago. Mike says the reprisal cycles have more than doubled homeowners' taxes, and the new legislation will not give Montanans relief. A different set of graduated rates would apply to homestead-eligible properties starting in 2026.
So if you had a $300,000 home, it's now a $600,000 home for tax purposes. These are regular Montanans that are getting overtaxed, and for some reason, lawmakers in Helena keep thinking that everybody who lives in Montana is super rich because your home values went up. Well, it's not like you can sell your home and move somewhere else because you can't afford that next home either.
Senate Bill 542 is still making its way through the Montana legislature. In Butte, Megan Thompson, MTN News.
Another highly discussed bill is Senate Bill 99, a law that bans gender-affirming care for minors and was passed in 2023. The law is still on hold, however, as the courts look at whether or not it's constitutional. SB 99 has already been subject to injunction, which the Montana Supreme Court held up unanimously. Attorneys representing the state argue that minors cannot give informed consent on procedures that can cause irreparable harm. But the Missoula District Court Judge Jason Marks questioned the state vigorously, largely asking how this law is in line with Montana's constitutional right to privacy. Judge Marks is expected to come down with a decision on the matter soon. Now for something that comes from out of this world. Well, maybe. A big timber man is looking for answers about a mysterious rock he found 8 years ago while hunting on the banks of the Yellowstone River. For years, the man hasn't been too concerned with knowing where it's from, but as our Russ Riesinger reports, that now has changed.
I'm wanting to put the mystery to bed. After 8 years, it's been long enough.
This is the mystery that Dylan Perry is talking about, this 9.5-pound hunk of something.
It's out of this world crazy.
Dylan found it while hunting for agates along the Yellowstone River near Gray Cliff.
The sun was shining just right, and I noticed that color green just kind of poking out at me. And
the greenish glow, just one of the odd qualities.
Picked it up, washed it up, brought it home, and stuck a magnet to it, and when that magnet stuck, it's just weird.
Dylan says that sent him down a rabbit hole trying to figure out just what he found.
It just started bugging me. I mean, I've been doing research on it since the day I found it. Well, I've had XRF tests done on it. I've had a portion of it cut. I've scratch tests. I've sent off pieces of it to really smart people. They've told me they thought it was a meteorite.
But they couldn't be sure, so I brought along a guy who knows a little about rocks to take a look. Dr. Ennis Garrity spent decades as the head geologist at the Stillwater mine.
Oh my goodness. Wow. It's heavy too. Yeah, that is definitely something different. Look at that.
Ever seen anything like it?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. Now that I'm looking at it. Oh, if I had to guess, I don't know. I don't know. It's just nothing that I have seen, but it's definitely a rock. Needs to be tested. That's the final step.
Yeah. It's a mystery to you too then, huh?
Oh yeah. But it's definitely different.
So for now, the mystery remains.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
Everything about this rock is weird. So I'm hoping I get some answers to it one of these days.
Yeah.
8 years is long enough of a wait.
In Big Timber, Russ Riesinger, MTN News.